first time our board vetoed one of our button ideas.
No.
It was such a beautiful button.
It was such a beautiful button.
It was a 9/11 one.
Oh no. Okay.
No.
Okay, now that maybe I can understand.
You can get behind.
Maybe, yeah.
It's fair. That
was
it's Run and Gun
Who
11.
made that one? Did you?
Oh,
Who made it? Our graphics person. It's
There we
great.
go.
I'll show it to you
throw
after.
them under the bus. That's good.
Wait.
All right, I'm going to say it again. Joel, take 2.
That's where the peeking comes
That's
from.
definitely,
Tell me about-
it's me, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
ask my question before I forget it.
Wait, real quick, welcome back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Thank you for hanging out with us
Yeah.
and showing us our surprise.
So when you have like all this stuff like Run and Gun, SNG, Highway Through Hell, all these other films and projects that you work on, what do you like to do to like leave yourself chill out?
Well, I've been playing Fortnite
I was
with
gonna
you.
say, I think you know the answer.
My son got me into Fortnite. I think I'm more into it than him now. But it was one of those things that I was like, I don't want to. This game, like, I don't think I like it, and it's stupid, and like I never tried it. And then he's like, "You would please like just download it and try it." We played a match, and like at the beginning when you start playing, like it'll like give you like shitty bots to play against, and you like get that first victory royale. You're like, I am a god. You have to keep playing.
Especially if you do ranked. Because you're going with all the people that are just starting out. And then
So that's one of the things. I like to watch movies. I need to get back into gardening. I was huge into gardening for a while. To the point I was also like for years, starting over COVID, I got like really into growing weed. I grew too much weed.
Ooh, that sounds
I had like a whole indoor operation, an outdoor one, and then I just
Did you have your own little shop or no?
No, but we had like Run and Gun events where I was literally like
just giving it out,
shooting out of a t-shirt can in like big bags, and like
that's sick.
At parties I'd show up with like a thing just like filled with because I
don't remember that one time.
I'm not even like a big weed smoker. I just love growing it.
That's a hard one to grow too. That's hard to do.
I honestly I learned so much, and like I got like the cannabis growing Bible, what have you, and like I get like whenever I have a hobby, I just get so into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like into drones, whatever. But like right now, I'm like in a new place. I'm not growing any cannabis, so you don't need to raid my house. But I want to get back into putting time into my garden, but I kind of messed up a bunch this season because we're like in the middle of it.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I just have tomatoes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I wanted to do that too. We have all this space, and I wanted to like my boyfriend's dad is like he makes homemade irrigation systems that are like really sick and really intricate. And they actually look pretty good, so let me know if you need that. And so I actually wanted to set one up, and I just didn't do it.
Time goes by quick. So.
Now it's so hot out. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, that happens. Okay. I had a question. I think. What's one filmmaking rule you love to break?
A filmmaking rule? I mean, is there any rules? I mean,
I don't know. I guess
it depends on who you're working for.
I guess like a rule I not love to break, but I break it constantly if I'm making something for fun with my friends is like making stuff without permits. Or insurance.
Yeah.
I just like, I love to. I'm really a lot of the times historically I've just been so impulse driven where like I have this idea, let's make it next weekend, and like I guess my thing is like I'm really bad and to the point where it's gotten me in trouble of not having like contracts and permits and things like that. Like that side of my brain just like doesn't work well. But one of the docs that I'm working on, my client died. And I'm now dealing with his estate finishing the film, and like that we had never, and like he hired me being like, hey, I'm dying of cancer. I want to make this film. I want to get this film finished. And no part of me was like, I was like, handshake deal. All right, giddy up, cowboy. and And then, we had a cut of the feature and I'm waiting for feedback. And then all of a sudden I get a phone call from someone. It's like, he's gone. I'm like, so what do we do from here? And like, I wish that I just had like, even just like the courage to have that conversation. I think like, we don't like to talk about those things. And like, I'm trying to like learn how to be more like assertive about certain things, because I am a bit of a people pleaser at times. And but I think like for me, like if I have a fun idea for something and I want to just like make it happen, I sometimes don't get all my like I's dotted and T's crossed in time. And I've definitely sometimes done some paperwork later on, and then I'm like, what if we pretended the shoot was actually next week and just get all these things in order? But I love like creating on impulse. And I think with like how compact the gear has gotten and stuff like that, like I wouldn't have a 50-person crew and a crane without permits. But if you're shooting on like a DSLR and you've got like a few, like just come on.
Yeah. Just do it.
I'm just making art.
I'm just making art. I've been on some like really like expensive productions that they do that too. That we flew a drone over like this really beautiful botanical garden. They got caught and everything. We were like on a boat literally while we were doing it. So we were like, hey, let's sail away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What are rules if not meant to be broken?
Yeah.
What's the most underrated filmmaking skill?
I think I wouldn't say it's like underrated, but I think if I was to like tell someone, if someone asked me like, how do I become a good filmmaker or a director who like knows what I want or whatever, I'd say editing. Editing is like where you learn like what you physically need to shoot, the rhythm of things, etc. And like, being a decent editor has made me so much more confident as a director, because like I know for the wide shot I only need this moment and this moment, and I don't need the whole thing to be a perfect take or whatever. And sometimes it'll trip out actors because you're like, okay, let's move on. They're like, what? I messed up that line. I'm like, yeah, but that line is obviously going to play in your close-up. That's the emotional core of the scene. Like, we just really, for this wide shot, need this moment where, this thing happens at the table and that, right? Like, and so things like that, I think like the thing that makes a lot of people lose faith in like a director is when the director doesn't know how it's going to all come together and they start shooting every single angle imaginable, and you're there for like hours too long. And then you end up watching that scene that you only use 3 of the shots. It's like every shot should have a purpose and all that sort of stuff. So I think the, if you're chopping I'm going to mess up this analogy, but it's like the person who, the lumberjack who chops their wood gets warm twice because they get to, because
you're working. I understand what you're saying.
You warm yourself up by
working it out.
You sharpen your skills. I'm blowing this, but anyways,
we'll fix it in post.
Editing makes you film good.
I like it.
Is what I was trying to say.
Have you ever worked with on-set editors?
I've actually been an on-set editor, and it's a cool experience. I love the idea of. I worked with an on-set editor once who I will not name, but they were the slowest editor ever. And we were like, it was for Crazy. Oh, man. I ended up having to go through and edit because we had them on set for 3 days. We were shooting. And then at the end of it, it was just the first scene that was cut. And the first scene is like, or the first 2 scenes. The first scene was a oneer. The second scene had like 3 shots. And I was like, what? This has been 3 full days. And so I took the hard drives with me and I was like, okay, we'll meet up tomorrow and we'll start editing. And after I wrapped directing, I got set up in our little office. We were going to do editing. And I just like could not go to sleep. I pulled an all-nighter And when people walked in, I'm like, here's the rough cut. And then he's like, okay, maybe I should leave.
I gotta get some pep in your step, dude.
Yeah.
I had to get a cut. So I'd love to work with an on-set editor who could
do it.
Yeah, well, I could start to see the things come together, especially if you're in a location for a long period of time. It's nice to be like, oh, okay, what if we reshot or got an insert here or whatever, right?
Yeah.
If you're moving around a lot, I don't see as much of the value, but it's good to like have an idea of like, oh, the scene, we ended it like this. So it'd be really interesting if we started the next scene like this.
I have another question, but
All right.
Ask it. Is it about?
It's pivoting away.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should get out of this territory.
But I feel like I can only ask this question depending on when this clip will be out.
No, okay. We'll make it. We can cut it out if not.
Okay. Can you tell us who the jurors are?
Yeah, we have. I got to think about who they all are right now. So we do have for Run and Gun this year.
Okay, wait, to be clear, the jurors for this year's Run and Gun. I feel like I wasn't specific on that.
Yeah. So for this year's Run and Gun, we locked them in. They're all working on it, but they're all sequestered, so they don't even know who the other jurors are.
Got it.
So we did a lot of like big outreach. Some worked out, some didn't. But we got a cool group of jurors this year. So we've got Hudson Williams.
What?
Heartthrob, amazing. I mean, he's done Run and Gun several times and was super like, hell yeah, I'll do it.
Nice.
And not only that, when he got his jury forms, he was like, in 24 hours, it was done. Everyone else were waiting on.
How long does it take to do it, the form?
It takes like 2 hours of your time, essentially. Okay. But everyone else, it's like always down to the last minute. So he was just like stoked and in there and geeking out about some of the films. And then we've got the amazing Mayumi Yoshida, who is just coming off an amazing year of Akashi doing the festival circuit.
Nice.
Which, if you haven't seen it, you will cry. It's so good. Jess McLeod, an amazing actor who also tried to get us Bob Odenkirk. We did not get Bob, but we tried. And also an amazing filmmaker, did a DTF a few years ago. Which is like such a good film.
Yeah, that was a really good film.
I was like, damn, this film's really solid. So, and they're doing a tour right now with a film called She's Non-Binary, and it's great. So that's exciting.
I remember, I think that was like one of the films that I do recall. Like when I go to Crazy Eights, and then it's like weeks later, I'm like, I don't even remember any of the films. DTF does stand out. That one will stay.
It was a certified banger.
Yeah.
Trying to think of who else. Oh gosh, I'm gonna forget one. We have Daniel Doheny, who was a star of like several like Netflix movies and things like that. He's got a bunch of credentials. Is a solid actor. And then we have Jen, the editor from Pelleplat, who does tons of reviews, has been like a film critic for years, so it's good to have a film critic in the mix there. And I believe that's our jurors this year. But our jurors don't get to meet with each other. They all just given ranked ballot scores and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so a lot of film festivals, the juries are like whoever the loudest person in the room, or they'll be like, it's this person's turn, whatever. Like, our jurors get no credits. They just see a movie for itself. They rate things for themselves. And then those are just totaled up. So we try to keep it as open as possible. Obviously, no matter what you're doing with juries and stuff like that, like the amount of people who get after the Academy Awards are like, what the hell, Green Book? I hate this. We're going to have our Green Book moments for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people are like, I really like that film. But because it's a ranked ballot, you can have those Green Book moments. Like, I don't think anyone that year thought Green Book was the best film, but I think a lot of people thought it was the second best and the third best. And the way that the ranked ballots end up going, that would have potentially shot that to the top, because the more divisive films might have been like canceled out by someone saying it was the worst and someone else saying it's the best. It's just weird. Rating art is like the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd. It's kind of hard. Yeah.
I like how we do like finals and semifinals, because you know that they're going to be like a very entertaining, high quality show and stuff like that. But I think the rating beyond that is just like, it's so arbitrary what wins and what doesn't. And people are going to be stoked at some winners and some people are going to be like certified butthurt. And I just hate dealing with the politics of that, which is why with Shits and Giggles, it's like audience votes. The audience might get it wrong, but
it's like, guys,
What are you
hey,
gonna do?
all your guys' films are being screened. Everyone's gonna see that.
We're screening 185 films.
Yeah,
That's
a lot to watch.
I don't
it may not meet the Orpheum, but
even the Rio, like
even the Rio is awesome.
But like our Rio screenings are some of the biggest short film screenings that you can have, right? Like even these other short film fests, like they might play at the VIF Theater where they have only 120 seats.
I think
like,
I think that's how I found out about Run and Gun was from like a Rio like promo or something. I was like, whoa, okay, this sounds really cool.
But like we have like some of the nights at the Rio, we get 400 people in there and it's like a huge screening. But like some, and a lot of people are stoked on that, but some people are like, oh, mine should have been playing the Orpheum. My mommy said it was perfect.
Oh, man. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have another question?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
That was,
Are you more of a story or a visuals kind of guy?
I think I'm story more. I mean, I definitely try to think visually. Like I can't stand when a film is like, this should have just been a radio play. Like why are we here? So I think that you need to like, because I also have like massive ADHD. So things need to like ramp up, become interesting and engage. But like, I think my thing is my toxic trait is like, I don't like slice of life movies that go nowhere.
Yeah.
I just like could not give a shit. And like, there's a few that I do. Like, I think Lady Bird is like an exception where I just genuinely loved Lady Bird.
We just studied that in film school.
Style. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Or Boyhood, I think is another one where it's just like, oh, this is like slice of life, but I love it, right? But generally, like there needs to be story and things like that. And like when I'm working on something, like everything has to be like leading to something, etc., and not just like watching scenes for no reason.
Yeah.
So that's my hot take.
I love it. It's a really hot take. Scorching. That was so lame.
But I also don't like my scenes being too long and all that sort of stuff. Like I like to move things along fast. Get in late, get out early.
Yeah.
Love it. What makes a short particularly stand out to you?
Getting in late, getting out early. No, I think with a short is like the short films are so hard to do in general. Like I'm sure you've heard the age-old quote, like, I would have written you a shorter letter, but I didn't have the time. It's like, it's so much work to be concise, to grip people in quick, to just really engage people. And I think, I think in this day and age, you have to like, in the first 10 seconds is so important. I used to be like, when I was in film school, I'd tell you like, oh, your first minute is really important. But like realistically with TikTok and Instagram, it's 1 second is where it's at. But I think with a short film, you can give people 10 seconds or whatever. So it's like, if you're going to start your film with someone like waking up and getting out of bed, like you've just blown it. You suck.
Write that down. For next year.
So, but yeah, I think like, but I think having a very specific concept that is super like just that grips you. Like, well, I'm thinking of one right now that it's so, actually, I don't want to spoil it. It's a run and gun film, but it's like,
It was this year?
It's this year.
Okay.
That I have a weird soft spot for. But
wait, is it a Rio screening or?
It's a finals film.
Okay. Yeah. So
I mean, I'll just give you like the premise thing because it hooks you in right away.
Yeah.
It's at like the soap brand Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Clean ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clean ducks. Okay. I didn't even know about this cleaning ducks thing so much, but anyways, it's very much about that.
Love it. It's the first thing I think about.
Okay, so it like starts off, you're allowed up to 10 seconds of archive, and it's like the ducks being cleaned from the oil or whatever, and it's the Dawn CEO who's like fucking so stoked that they have this footage and that one of the guys who works there was on a trip with his nonprofit that his wife works with. And he's like, okay. And the Don guy's like, okay, when are we going to get another oil spill? How do we make it happen?
Oh my God.
This idea
That's
of
so
like
good.
the Don CEO desperately trying to get another oil spill that they can get more animals
Oh my
covered
God.
in oil.
Poor dog.
How do we keep going back to animal cruelty?
I'm sorry,
Oh
but
my
I was just like, but like within the first like 20 seconds, you realize that's the concept and you're just like dying. It's so specific.
good.
It's so interesting. And like, there's a whole bunch there that like when you watch 185 films, if you can instantly remember, oh, that one, the Space House,
Yeah.
like that one easily when you're reviewing the films. But like if someone's just doing like super dialed up melodrama and it's just like a couple fighting, like it's gonna get lost in the sauce. Like you have to find something specific. And I think like when you're making a short film, it's like how specific can you be is what is gonna make it interesting. And I don't know why I thought of it's called New Dawn.
New Dawn. Oh, I can't wait to watch it. That sounds incredible.
It's just the first like 10 seconds is so funny and I was
love it.
like dying. I think like the kiss of death a lot of times is like, yeah, it's like shot all in an apartment. It's like a couple that's fighting over something. And like, I think that's like a trope that people will, and it's like melodramatic or like a lot of people love to do like melodramatic movies about like a parent has died or someone has died, but it's not about like, we don't show their death or anything. It's just like, we're sad and angry now at each other and taking out on each other. And I find that like, I've seen that film come out like every single year with Run and Gun. It never has made it beyond the Rio screenings. And still someone is like, this is what art is. And it's like, but I think with Run and Gun and with making a short, it's like, what do you enjoy watching is an important way to think about it. Right.
Nice.
What would I want to watch? And what do I find interesting? And odds are someone else will. And so I think I think when people are like trying to make like, this is supposed to be important art, that's when it kind of like loses itself.
Yeah.
If it's like important art that you wouldn't even want to watch, like I don't really want to see someone's domestic issues
that's
after a father died and they're just like yelling at each other in an apartment. Like,
That's a very film school thing too, or acting school, because all the plays they would make us do. You went to the same school, Vancouver Film School too.
Yeah.
Every play was just something like that, and they just love to make us do that. And I think that carries on after. Like maybe people think that's what you're supposed to be working on.
When I went to film school, a lot of it was like, it was so weird. It was like basically this vibe of like dramas and comedies aren't like real films. Like real films are comedies and horror like aren't real film. Real films are dramas. And I also, so even when I was making dramas, like I'd put so much comedy in it because I needed that levity to like care about a character to keep moving forward or whatever. And like the dramas I've made, some people will be like, oh, that's a comedy. I'm like, no, it's just a drama that's funny.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I just didn't fully get on with that. And then I was just like, and it's so funny now, like when I got out of film school, and I, had sold my first film or whatever, and you're meeting with distributors, all they cared about is like, do you have any horror movies? Do you have any genre films? And I was like, why wasn't that prioritized in film school? We were told that was like trash. And like, that's where like the only thing that people are watching without stars in them are documentaries and horror films.
Yeah.
And so even making comedies without stars is a really tough game to break in through. Like it's so few films break through that glass there, especially Canadian ones, where it's like the obvious thing is like, draw like, and like I think like the Canadian funding system still like really wants these like this typical like this kind of like we need this lesbian Alzheimer's story that like. No offense. I mean, I'm sure we need more lesbian Alzheimer's stories, but I think we've told a lot of them with like our government money.
Yeah.
And like they're not filling up theaters. But I have so much empathy for the lesbian Alzheimer's community. And geez, I'm going to get canceled for that take. But yeah, I think like what do you actually enjoy watching? And that might not be what I enjoy watching.
Yeah.
but maybe you
But
know
maybe someone will.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Hudson Williams likes it.
Yeah.
So do we want to end off on a game?
Sure.
Okay, so I got a little game for you. We're gonna
That's the one
give
word
you
one, right?
no. We're gonna
Okay.
give you a movie title,
Okay.
and you have 30 seconds to pitch the movie to us. Are you ready?
And it's a never heard before movie
Nope.
title.
Never
It's
heard.
Never heard before.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna
Oh,
do
wait,
the-
you have this
Yeah,
one.
I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait,
you
wait.
have this page. I'm doing that one. So the movie title is Attack of the Emotional Support Sasquatch.
In a world.
Yes.
Okay. This guy who has lost his job and his wife and everything in life decides that he is going to go into the forest and become one of the forest people type thing. And at the same time, there's a Sasquatch who also has fucked things up with his wife and his children and the Sasquatch community and
The lesbian Sasquatch community with Alzheimer's.
yeah. And they find each other, and at first they're both horrified of each other's existence, but they realize that they both are just a bunch of bros who love to drink beer and reminisce, and they support each other. And then what ends up happening is the Sasquatch ends up falling in love with like corporate office culture and all these things in the human world, and ends up falling in love with the guy's wife and all this sort of stuff.
The drama.
And then meanwhile, the guy from the human world falls in love with the Sasquatch woman and decides that he loves to be a Sasquatch dad. And
Love it.
there's a lot of heart, and they just like end up trading places.
I like it.
And they're okay with it because I think this is neither of them are ruled by jealousy, and there's a universal love and this idea that like I may not have been able to make her happy, but the Sasquatch is making her happy, and vice versa.
This
And
reminds me of another
This is
film.
really beautiful.
I don't know.
This reminds me of
I'm bad at improvising.
That was great.
that reminds me so much of Enchanted.
Oh yeah,
reminds me so much of
totally.
that.
Just a Sasquatch ripoff of Enchanted.
There you
Who would
are.
you
Yeah.
cast as the
Yeah.
Sasquatch and the guy?
Okay, I think the guy Danny McBride, because I always just like watching him in movies.
Yeah, I agree. I
Just-
really do
feel
agree.
like-
I think it would be Danny McBride.
I feel like he'd do a good job.
I think he could also blend into the Sasquatch community after as well.
Yeah,
I think
I
he's
think-
got the hair for it.
I mean, depends how much you're CGing or how
yeah,
much
that's
you're.
fair. I'm seeing Jason Momoa personally.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah, that works.
I
Yeah,
think
Jason Momoa
yeah.
could be a
Just
good
cover him in
Sasquatch.
hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of already got the physique
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Maybe Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Elordi.
Yes. He did play Frankenstein.
I
Or not Frankenstein, Frankenstein monster. Sorry.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I want to see Jacob Elordi play more villains and stuff. I mean, I don't think that I don't like to say bad things, but Frankenstein I put as a watch. But
Fair enough.
Like the newer one.
I haven't seen it yet.
But I do feel
yeah,
like
I thought it was really good.
great.
Yeah.
Great.
That's awesome for those filmmakers. But no, I think I've loved him in the first 2 seasons of Euphoria, and I just want to see him play more of those. I think that he plays a good sinister character, but I don't know. I'm not as I don't know. Maybe he needs to try to different types and stuff.
Have you seen him in Saltburn?
Yeah, I also Saltburn. I was watched.
Oh, it's my favorite. It's
Really?
one of my favorite movies. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I had a whole birthday party around
Or
the theme of
Euphoria.
Saltburn. It was
Okay.
amazing.
Well, watch out for your bathtub water.
Yeah, we made bathtub candles too. It was amazing. It was like the best party, and we made.
Aw.
Oh, they were red. They were gross.
Oh,
they were
jeez.
so gross.
Love that for you.
Yeah, we had. Yeah. Okay, final question, and then we should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
If a filmmaker, an actor, or a creator is sitting at home waiting for the perfect moment to start, what would you tell them?
I think you got to just like greenlight yourself. I think the issue there are 2 types of filmmakers I see a lot of is like the people who are really good at getting the grant stuff together and they play this long game or whatever. And there's the people who just kind of grind and make stuff. And I think the thing that I think is missing out a lot of the conversations right now when it comes to Curry, who did Obsession, and what's the guy who did Kane, who did The Backrooms or whatever. Is these were nerdy guys who just were making a bunch of YouTube videos all the time, and they made so much content. And like, yeah, in the words of Macklemore, the greats weren't great because at birth they could paint. The greats were great because they paint a lot.
Bars.
And so I think you just have to like allow yourself. And it's scary. It's vulnerable to be creative, and people are going to reject your work. They're going to do whatever, but I think you just need to like be in that creative working flow to be a better filmmaker, and don't wait for this grand opportunity to come and like for Telefilm to say, you're great, here's $1 million, or, whatever, the money trucks to arrive. And like, you look at like Hudson Williams, like that guy said yes to every shoot that had ever been thrown his way. Like,
yeah,
the guy has been in 1 million indie films. Like there was a Shits and Giggles year where he had 8 films that he acted in.
Yeah.
And so one of those things that he said yes to finally took off. But I think, what I ultimately, I think that he's a good example of like someone who's just like, his arms are open to the world. He's like trying all these things. And then he gets all this on-set experience from 1 million indie films, and half of them, not because of him, but because of the writing or whatever, are not good films or whatever. Sorry. But the thing is, he has all that experience. And then by the time he gets this opportunity, he has so much work underneath him to go through. And I think that's the process. And that's like, everyone's trying to diagnose like why Obsession is doing so well and why Backrooms is. But it's like, these guys have been grinding. I've seen so many, like Curry is 1 million sketches. Kane's been doing this since he was like 15 on, Blender. And has learned everything and was making these films 100% by himself. Like, these aren't mistakes. It's just finally someone is like, oh, what if we gave them real money to make a movie? And it's like, it works. So
yeah,
love it.
People are actually going to the movies.
Yeah, so just make something and allow it to be silly. That's my advice. Sorry, that was a long-winded.
No, that's great advice. That's amazing.
Is there any exclusive information you can give us for this year's Run and Gun?
Exclusive.
That was
I do.
Oh, okay.
The buttons for this year's Run and Gun. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Maybe in the show notes you can take a picture of them. But
Yes.
you can keep these after.
Oh my gosh.
So we have Hot Girls Don't Pre-Write.
Love it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm putting that on.
I fucked with Run and Gun before it was cool.
Yes.
Support human-made mediocrity.
Very
Yes.
good. Very good.
It's our AI stance. This is a mascot that I've been trying to make for years happen. Runny the Gunny says, be safe when you shoot.
Oh my goodness.
And he also has his own little gun.
He's got his own teeny gun. I love
of
him.
course, give it to the Americans.
This one is always
We'll have to fight over
a
them after.
humbling one. Award-losing filmmaker.
Yes, okay, I'll take that one too.
And then this one almost got rejected, then I unrejected it. Because the graphics guy made this and it was like, oh my god, I realized this looks like. Well, you'll do the math yourself what it looks like. But it was one I gave a bunch of slogans, and it's Running on 11, shoot first, sleep later.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
It definitely looks dirtier.
if you don't
than
know
it-
the context of Run and Gun,
Yep.
it's gonna
Yeah.
That's
run
good.
and gun.
And then we did have one that was definitely a little 9/11-y. It had a camera that looked very airplane-y, and it had big 11s, and one of them had an antenna, and it was Run and Gun 11. Never forget to hit record.
Jeez.
And that one is,
Didn't make
it.
it.
We just have image files, but we never mass produced it. But
That's for the it's an exclusive one that'll come out.
that's an
Yeah,
exclusive one.
that-
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for
thank you so much
having
for
me.
coming.
Thanks for being here and and setting everything up for us because we couldn't do it.
Well, if it
Yeah.
sounds like shit, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We got a guy for that.
I think one of the mics is a little hotter than the others, but
Okay.
We'll find out.
you'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out. Well,
I think
thank
it's
you.
that one actually.
It
I don't
could
know.
be.
We'll find out.
Well,
Yeah.
it's all there.
Yeah.
Fix it in post. Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
No, glad to
much.
be here.
Thank you.
No
It was
problem.
incredible.
Yeah.
Sorry we're not super
And I'll be
professionals
playing
yet.
Fortnite with you later.
There we go.
Exactly.
All
We'll
right.
get a victory royale later.
Yes.
Love it.
All right.
Okay.
Farewell.